Our final presenter is none other than Scott Richmond. Scott, are you still here?
I'm still here, Bobby.
Thank you so much for your patience, Scott. Let me quickly introduce Scott. Scott's been a regular presenter, but Scott Richmond is currently serving as the immediate past president of the Association of California State Employees with Disabilities, or ACSED. Scott worked for the state of California for 22 and a half years, most of that time with the Department of Healthcare Services, retiring as a staff services manager too. He has been active in the disability rights and independent living movement since the 1970s. He has recently completed his second rotation as president of ACSED, but has served on a wide variety of boards and committees in both public and private, not-for-profit sectors. He served on the initial board of directors for Resources for Independent Living, Sacramento's Independent Living Center for People with Disabilities. He has also served on the Department of Rehabilitation Advisory Committee and its Assistive Technologies Advisory Council. He holds a bachelor's degree in government from CSU Sacramento and a master's degree in counseling from the same institution. So without further ado, I let Scott speak to the rest of our invited guest here. So Scott, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Bobby. I'd like to begin by just giving a shout out to some of the people at Cal HR, Brandy, Eli, Julie, Chris Denard, the chief of the selections division. Some of the things that Eli spoke about in his report were things that we've been working on in some cases for a number of years. And we were really gratified this year to see that some of those came to fruition. So I just want to give a shout out to the folks at Cal HR. Somebody asked about how to get instructions on ordering a LEAP employment list. Section 1107 of the State Human Resources Manual was just recently published, and that provides that kind of instruction. So if you look at the resource manual under section 1107 and let your folks in your departments know about that, that will provide the instruction that you're looking for. Talking about working on things for a number of years, Bobby did a magnificent job at presenting a couple of weeks ago at the Assembly Select Committee on opportunities and barriers for persons with disabilities in the workplace. I know that's a mouthful, but the committee held a 3-hour hearing on December 5th. Bobby was an invited guest to testify as a state employee and delivered testimony on behalf of ACSED and SDAC. He stressed the need to address the declining parity in state employment for people with disabilities, as well as the need to shore up compliance with the disability survey, as well as to work on creating a more timely approach to the delivery of reasonable accommodation. Thought Bobby's comments were well received, and we hope we might see something in the form of future legislation in that regard. Along the same
Scott, you're muted. We cannot hear you. Scott, you tend to be muted. As maybe you can unmute and mute.
How about now?
Yes, you're unmuted. Go ahead, Scott. Oh, looks like you muted yourself again. I know it's a technology thing.
Uh,
Well, you're unmuted, so don't touch anything. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll be fine.
am I unmuted now?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Um, well, I just wanted to say that under Bobby's leadership, we've been having meetings with the Government Operations Agency, including the state's Chief Equity Officer. And our focus in 2024 is going to be more on some of the enforcement aspects that Eli spoke about. Um, Departments have certain responsibilities to develop goals and strategies for recruiting and hiring people with disabilities, and they're required to annually put together a plan to do that and submit that for review and approval to CalHR. So we want to work with GovOps on trying to assure compliance with those requirements, and maybe hopefully in doing that, we can provide some help to the folks at CalHR. Um, just a couple of quick things about the new year. Just want to let you know, if you're an ACSED member, our annual membership meeting will be at noon on January 25th. The ballot will be coming out soon. All voting will be electronic this year, but we have an abundance of candidates. So I encourage everybody who is an ACSED member, make sure that you keep an eye out for the ballot and that you vote electronically. I think the deadline for vote submission is January 21st, and we will make the announcement of who won which offices at noon on January 25th. And finally, one last thing, we will be conducting our every other year training symposium that will occur March 20th and 21st in the afternoons. If your agency has purchased a sponsorship, make sure you touch base with your executive office or your EEO officer, and let them know that you would like to participate.
It sounds like you're on mute.
Yeah, Scotty, I think you got muted again. Still muted.
How about now?
Yes, you're fine. Go ahead, Scott.
Okay. We have a little bit of an unstable internet connection. At any rate, I was talking about the symposium. It's free to ACSED members. So look at the ACSED website, or touch base with Bobby or me, and we can give you information on how to register. And like I say, if you're not a member, approach your EEO office or your executive office and see if you can get in on one of your department's training slots. So that's about it for my report. Thanks for listening and happy holidays.
Any question for Scott? As Scott mentioned, this training symposium will have a wealth of information, and it's free to ACSED members. So if you are an ACSED member, please feel free to join. And I thank you all for being such a great part of SDAC throughout the year of 2023. I look forward to visiting with you in 2024 as well. And happy holidays to you all. And bye-bye.